When we start to work with altered states of consciousness, where we expand our consciousness, and it can be from different tools, using different tools, guided meditations, regressions, journeys out of body, inducing visions, dreams, we start to understand that we travel beyond the physicality. So time and space doesn't make any sense. So our experience beyond time, linear time and linear space, we understand that our experience of life includes dimension, realities that normally we say that is not real. So imagine when we start to work with psychedelics, that they take us in a very strong way to other dimensions. So if we don't have linear time and what we call space and reality, our consciousness about healing and expansion of consciousness doesn't make sense in linear time. So we understand that we can heal in realities that doesn't exist here, and maybe for scientists or for doctors, they don't know even how to really give a meaning. But what happens is there we really heal, there we really expand. So what is this about linear time and space? What is the question about what is reality or not? Do we create those realities? They exist, those realities, and we enter in them? Do we create collectively this reality that is here and others? So that brings us to the question of who we truly are. Are we really this life, this body with this mental and emotional body and spirit? Or we are much more and we don't realize? And when we go into this psychedelic world and journeys, we can touch and experience who we truly are beyond limitations that we need here in this reality to live. We need to have agreements, okay? Time. Today is 12 p.m. here, 6 p.m. in New York, whatever, Tokyo. So we can all manage. And we have to have social rules and agreements so we can live together. And we don't have them. We are not agreeing. That's why we still have wars. We are much better than before, some centuries, but we are still in that evolution. So imagine when we start to understand that we are much bigger. So if I heal in experiencing psychedelics that I saw myself in the 5th century, and I can understand why nobody can touch my neck, because I was, killed with the death penalty, that they crushed my neck, and now I'm still in trauma with my neck. Nobody can touch. I don't like anything around. And then because we saw that, we experienced that, the healing went through, and this trauma and this tension is gone. So imagine if it's your relation with your parents, that you understand that maybe you were friends, that you were partners in work, and there was conflicts that you understand now. And all these relations, they travel through time. So it's yes, you don't know when it will be over. It doesn't make sense sometimes on the linear space and rational mind, but totally makes a difference when we integrate in this lifetime here. So from my perspective, that I have one foot in two realities and two ways of perceiving life, I believe the two worlds needs to come together. So the potential of using these natural psychedelics and other psychedelics, it's really big on the therapeutic level, because we really heal traumas, relations, but it's more than that. We expand consciousness. We can go into questions like, do I die? Do I don't die? Who am I? The true experience, or at least for some people, the new experience of oneness, of love, of what many times we call God of nothingness. So I believe that science and psychology are facing and they are looking in a really good way, because we need to help people to recover their quality of life in the more therapeutical way, but it's impossible to separate from the spiritual experience. And for me, this is what I really believe. We really need to help modern people from the modern society, what we call modern, to remember who they truly are, the connection with ecosystem, even for our survival now. You know, we need people, we need human beings to be aware that we belong to the ecosystem and what are the impacts of our actions and beliefs in the entire ecosystem. We need to understand that we are in communion, that we need to live in harmony with the entire ecosystem. But somehow, because of our path in mankind history, we became so egocentric that we can rule the world, that we can do anything and everything will be in our feet. We are the rulers. For me, it's not real, it's not truth. And we are seeing in the environment crisis now, we need to come to our place, that we need to live in harmony with ecosystem. And the psychedelics help us to touch those places in a very strong way. That what I see in normal daily life, it's hard because we don't allow ourselves to feel because of so many traumas and so many egocentrism. So these deep questions is not only about therapy, it's bigger than that. It can really help us to remember that if we have these gifts, that we create science, we create poetry, we create art, we can create artificial intelligence, we should use that to become the keepers of the principle of life, especially in this planet, is where we are now, but maybe in the universe, and not to become the ones who destroy and abuse all the resources without thinking in the impact. So the healing, the true healing process is bigger than therapy. So the potential is bigger than therapy, but the therapy through the psychedelics, natural psychedelics or others, is needed so we can really help the person and to awake that person. If psychedelics is the only way, no, I really want to say this. Many people, they can't take it. And it's not for everyone.